Quant network is the tunnel of finance, not just blockchain networks, folks. It is the bridge of finance as a whole. It is connecting the blockchains as well as legacy systems, the traditional financial infrastructure with and blockchain world. It is sort of that bridge, the tunnel between them. Look at this. Quantus Aurus has provided us a has given us a really good post over here. Quant partners with Oracle to drive digital assets innovation. Although I remember this, I think we covered it back in the day. But I want to point one thing out in it yet again to refresh the ones that are a bit of skeptics. Look at this. Gilbert Verdian over here said, this is Gilbert, yeah. Quant is delighted to support Oracle in driving the next wave of blockchain interoperability by ensuring digital assets can seamlessly integrate with, now look at this, with blockchain networks and traditional financial infrastructure. So basically, folks, what this means is that Quant Network is not only focused on blockchain networks or crypto in isolation. It wants to be that tunnel, that bridge, that interoperable bridge between traditional financial infrastructure and blockchain networks as a whole. And not just this, folks, not just this. We're talking about real-time gateways that Quant is involved with. Our involvement in Project Rosalind, where we demonstrated interoperability between retail CBDCs and commercial banks via secure API gateways and the UK's regulated liability network. So, what this means, folks, the platform's ability to tokenize and settle commercial bank money across, now look at this, multiple ledgers. So this means that it does not have an isolated solution. It has multifaceted solutions that are best placed to support Oracle or any other enterprise with delivering innovative, secure, and compliant infrastructure for their consumers, customers alike. So this is awesome, folks. Check this out. Harvey L over here. Bank for International Settlements (BIS) dropped its CBDCs, stablecoins, and tokenized deposits 2025 survey results. So let's check this out. Obviously, it is relevant to Quant Network because Quant Network is one of the primary projects that is working on CBDCs and what they stand for. 91% of the respondent central banks are working on CBDC, though with distinct stages of progress and focus. So, despite the skepticism, despite any other perspective, CBDCs are real and central banks are working on it. So, from this, we understand this. 80% of central banks working on CBDC cited the preservation of central bank money's role in the economy. So obviously, central bank money's role will be important. They want to survive, they want to innovate, they want to optimize. So yes, stablecoins in general and USD stablecoins in particular have their use cases, but they are not going to be embraced by central banks. So they are going to be replacing that as well. That is, governments to replace their own domestic money creation power. Market data validate wholesale CBDC and tokenized deposits use cases as 40% of live tokenized transactions settled in wholesale CBDC and 20% in tokenized bank deposits. So, folks, as they say, as keys.qnt says, that 2025 might be the year of adoption, and QNT might be a frontrunner, and it indeed is the tunnel of finance that wants to do this. And they might need some help. Central banks might need help in achieving this, folks. This is where Quant Network comes into play, folks. Some technicals over here. Check this out. Some latest October 27th. Look at this. Quant has still respected this range over here, the trend line. If it tested this, it came down, but it went up again fast. Look at this. If it remains above this, I think we're good. Which is what level, folks? 65, 66. Yeah, I think so. The image is a bit blurred, but I think, yeah. QNT provides the orchestration, comprehensive architecture, integrated multi-ledger infrastructure, pre-built tokenization apps and controls, and rich enterprise integration through APIs, workflow engine, and transaction coordination. So this is what Quant Network stands for, folks. Secure interoperability eliminates reliance on vulnerable cross-chain bridges. Now, this is what we're talking about, folks. There are so many bridges, cross-chain bridges, but you all know how insecure they are, how they are prone to hacks and a lot of information leaks. So this is where Quant Network comes into play, where they are trying to provide secure, compliant, trustworthy solutions. So Quant Network and Gilbert are selling that QNT will give rewards in roll-up staking. They sold in 2021 transaction fees would be distributed to node operators, but only Quant-owned nodes. The reality, token price is irrelevant. They earn all fees, fiat or QNT volume, unknown and dark. So we try to cover both sides of the spectrum. There are some skeptics. And I think that constructive criticism is really good for any business model or any project. So let's hope that in the future, be it the fees or the funds that they generate, let's hope that they are, in my opinion, they are there to help the project grow further. They are flooded back into the ecosystem. That is even good, in my opinion. If the fees or anything comes back to the project in some way, shape, or form, despite the distribution, I want Quant Network as a project to succeed in business and in terms of the technicals, folks. If you hold 1000 plus QNT according to the crypto authority, if you've built a position of 1000 plus QNT, you know what it feels like to believe in something long before the world does. You don't talk about it much anymore. It is because you understand the value isn't in noise, it is in being early, silent, and right. You've always won the hardest battle, that is patience. Folks, patience is the most difficult part that I've seen in this space. It is really difficult, harder than said than done, because oftentimes I've hold on to projects with conviction, but you see it bleeding, and simultaneously you see some other projects that you had yourself researched. They suddenly have green candles, they go up, they break resistance after resistance, and you are holding a bag that you could have 10x or 20x, even, folks, or even a 50x at this point of time. But when you hold something with patience, maybe your assets time will come. It is late, but it will come. But sometimes when you sell it at a really wrong time, this is a really double-edged sword. When you sell it in a wrong time, then your own project goes up. I mean, you do not know what to do. You just have to rest and let the time catch up. That is all you can do if you are one of those investors that want peace as well while holding. Look at this. Oracle announces digital assets data nexus empowers banks to unlock new opportunities in, now look at this, tokenization, settlement, and digital assets. So Oracle is endorsing the banks to unlock these capabilities. This is where project like Quant Network comes to play, folks. This is where Quant can provide us really good solutions. Look at this. Quant was recently selected to create the new payments infrastructure and bank technology of the UK's tokenized sterling deposits, a groundbreaking financial market infrastructure initiative led by UK Finance. And look at the collaborations and banks involved. Lloyds Banking Group, Barclays, HSBC, NetWest, Santander, and Nationwide. We had covered the collaborations before as well, but each time we see this, we witness this, we see something special. We see something special that Quant Network is doing and trying to achieve. And imagine treating QNT like the S&P. Since S&P 500 index of stocks, QNT is sort of the bridge of blockchains, the tunnel of finance. So yeah, similarities, both will go up forever. Difference, QNT is S&P from 60s. Okay, so basically this means that it is way down. It has much more price appreciation potential in comparison to the S&P. Set and forget, like buying index, not caring about short-term gains. So let's hope that the crypto authority is right, and Quant network works like the S&P 500. And let us see that is it indeed the S&P of the 21st century. Let's see if it indeed is the case, folks. Quant's scarcity, the new Bitcoin. Discover the value of Quant's scarce supply. So let's check this out. Let me pause this. Yeah.
Fact, if we jump up here, what I was telling you guys, we got 14, the circulating supply, total supply is 14 million. 14 million, guys. 14,612,493. That is scarcity at its finest. Now, not only that, but by these institutions, these large institutions using it, they're going to have to use the Quant token to pay for the transactions and any of the movements and things that they use when they're using this particular network. They're going to have to pay up with the QNT token, which only makes it more valuable for us.
Folks, indeed, 14 million circulating supply is nothing. It is really scarce, and in comparison to BTC, if we call it the new BTC, it is much more than new BTC if it flies, folks. If the utility hits, obviously, folks, BTC is scarce, but it does not have utility. It does not have use cases. It is not utilized in the infrastructure. Obviously, it is a store of value. People are keeping it, but the utility of Quant exceeds that, far exceeds what BTC is doing. So calling it the new BTC, I think, if Quant network achieves its vision, only that in that scenario, I'm saying that it is way more than that, folks. So that is all I'm saying. Look at this. ISO 20022 global goes live November 22. Aside from the use cases, Quant network is ISO 20022 compatible as well, and a global change is happening in that regard as well. So let's check this out.
Your bank is getting an upgrade, and almost no one knows why. The United States already ran the dress rehearsal in July. Now the world goes live, and the rails that move paychecks, rent, and remittances are switching to a new standard. If you want the short version, stay with me. Don't get left behind. This change is called ISO 2022. The simplest way to picture it is a shipping label for money. Instead of a vague note, every payment carries clean fields that any bank can read: who sent it, who receives it, what it's for, and the exact reference that ties it to an invoice or refund. That clarity means fewer manual checks and fewer "where's my money" moments. Think about a designer in Canada paying a supplier in the Philippines. Under the old system, a wire might pause for emails and approvals. With the new format, the payment arrives with standardized names, a purpose code, the invoice number, even a tax ID if needed. Because the message is structured, hours become minutes. Or take a refund from an EU shop back to a US card. The structured reference lets banks auto-match the return to your original purchase, so you get it without chasing support. Crypto shows up here because some networks already speak this language. XRP acts like a smart toll lane that keeps currency traffic moving between banks. XLM is the quick postcard. Fast, low-fee remittances for real people.
Although QNT, I think, is not mentioned here, but I think QNT, like I told you guys, and like the title of this video is saying, that it is sort of that tunnel that is connecting everything, folks. So before they go on and provide us use cases of different projects, I wanted to pause this and tell you about QNT as well while we're at it. Now you can continue.
Algo runs automated checklists so compliant payments clear mid-flight. hbar is the tamper-evident receipt printer that institutions trust to timestamp data. XDC is the digital clipboard behind trade. Bills of lading, invoices, customs flows. And SHX powers tap-to-send retail transfers that connect neatly to Banks' upgraded messages. Now imagine the change overnight. Two payments fire at midnight. One uses the old script and stalls. Fees stack up and support lines light. The other rides the new rails and behaves like GPS for money. It routes, verifies, lands, and records the proof as it goes. That is the moment finance flips from guesswork to guidance. The networks fluent in this language glide forward. Everything else lags behind. Name the crypto company you expect to lead once this upgrade settles, and tell me how this change lands with you. Add your thoughts in the comments.
So, folks, this is really good. ISO 2822 upgrading. I'm not saying that it will be a flip of a switch moment, but I think that it is a really good milestone. I'm not saying that November 22nd everything will change overnight, but I think that these are good milestones. And one of the and another use case or another feature of Quant network, folks. Fusion will be the fastest path to trade across any chain's tokens. So this is not only a tunnel. Quant network not only is a tunnel, but it is the fastest tunnel. Basically, it is only a matter of time before this is the new normal. So what is the new normal? The missing layer in tokenized finance. The world's financial system is being rebuilt in real time. Money, assets, and payments are all becoming tokenized, and this is why banks need QuantNet, folks. Awesome. This is great. People still have no clue what's going on, huh? Quant's biggest partnerships, QNT is continuing to build both infrastructure and strategic partnerships. And in 2025, let me bookmark this for future reference, folks. Okay, so folks, what do you guys think about Quant Network? Do you think that it indeed is too good to be true? Do you think that it is the fastest tunnel in the world of finance? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.